Now in this next shloka, we speak about the consciousness that is the reality of the waking, dreaming and deep sleep state. It is simply called the fourth. Yeah? And there is a reason why it is called just the fourth. We will come to it. The Sanskrit word for fourth is turiya. Yeah? The fourth. Because waking is first, dreaming is second, deep sleep is third. This is called the fourth. Shloka 7. Nanta pragyam na bahish pragyam no bhayata pragyam na pragyana ghanam na pragyam na pragyam adrishyam avyavvarhayam agrahyam alakshanam achintyam avyapateshyam ekatma pratyaya saram prapanchopashamam shantam shivam advaitam chaturtham manyate sa atma sa vigyeya. The first two lines discard all subjects. Yeah, I'll explain what it means. Nanta pragyam, it is not the inward turned consciousness. What are we describing? We are describing the fourth. We are describing turiya. Turiya is not the inward turned consciousness. What is the inward turned consciousness? We just did it yesterday. Dreamer consciousness is inward turned. Yeah. So the first is, it is not the inward turned consciousness. Na bahis pragyam, it is not the outward turned consciousness. Means, it is not the waker consciousness. No bhayata pragyam, it is not anything in between. What is in between waking and dreaming? All your trance states, your weird states where you are dreamy while awake. You take some drugs and you're in some weird in-between state. He's saying it is not anything in between. Yeah. So it is not dreamer consciousness. It is not waker consciousness. It is not anything in between waker and dreamer consciousness. The fourth word he says, na pragyana ghanam. It is not the sleeper, deep sleeper consciousness. Yeah. And you remember the meaning of pragyana ghanam? I explained it in detail yesterday, where the subject and the object are merged together like a seed in the seed form. They are undifferentiated. So it is not even that seed form of consciousness, pragyana ghanam. He has removed all the subjects, not the waker, not the dreamer, not in between, not even the sleeper. He's removed the subjects. Now there are two more subjects. Na pragyam. Pragyam means like an all-knowing God. It is not even God. And na pragyam. Na apragyam means it is not even insentient like a stone. Yeah, it is not unconscious even. You will wonder, why is he describing like this? Not this, not this, not this. Why can't he tell me directly what it is? Yeah, because it is formless. How can you describe formlessness? You have to describe it by saying it is not this form, it is not this form, it is not this form. So saguna means that which is with attributes or forms. Vishwa has forms. The waker consciousness has a form. You can see this waking world and all these nama rupa vyavhara, name, forms and functions in it. Yeah. So This has a form. The waker, it is not the waker consciousness. Dreamer consciousness has form. So it's telling you it's not the dreamer consciousness. Sleeper consciousness has form in the form of those seeds. Undifferentiated consciousness, it is called. It is in the form of seeds. It is not even that, he's saying. It is not even God that is all knowing. No, no. And it is not even unconscious or insentient like a stone. So all subjects are denied. Yeah? These are the first two lines. All subjects are denied. Now, the next two lines. Now he will deny all the objects. All the objects are what? Objects of the waking world and the dream world. So, adrishyam, invisible. It is not an object of your senses. You cannot see it. Adrishyam. Avyavharayam. You cannot transact with it. In other words, in the waking world, in the dream world, you're interacting with objects. You're transacting with objects. But in the fourth, the Turiya, there is no objects that you can transact with. Yeah? Agrahyam. You cannot grasp it, is the literal translation. But in proper English, it's intangible. It's not like the tangible objects of the waking or the dream world. Alakshanam means there is no lakshan, there is no sign. Yeah, you cannot say, oh, is this a sign? A lot of people have this wrong understanding on the religious paths. I see a blue light, it is the sign of Turiya. I see a yellow light in meditation. I see a halo. No, all wrong ideas or mental constructs. There is no sign. Alakshanam. Alakshanam. Achintyam. Inconceivable by mind means it is, thought cannot go there. You cannot understand it and grasp it in words or describe it in words. Why? Consciousness is beyond thought. So you have to drop thought. Only consciousness can know itself. Mind cannot know the consciousness. Consciousness knows consciousness. Yeah, that is the meaning of achintyam, inconceivable. And avyapadeshyam, indescribable in language. Language cannot describe it. It's not of the waking or the dream worlds. So these two lines now have negated all objects. Means in the waking world and dream world, how I interact with objects. I can either see them, I conceive of them, I transact with them, I can grasp them. I have signs or characteristics that can be defined. They can be put in language. They can be conceived by thought. This is not possible of Turiya, the fourth. Now he tells you what it really is, the fourth, Turiya. Ekatma pratyaya saram. There is only one way to get to it. What? By recognizing the sense of I am. Ramana Maharshi has given a beautiful technique. Recognize the I, now follow the I. And notice that the I dissolves. So the I that helps you get there, the I that is always there, the background, It is the essence. Saram. It's also a Hindi word, sar, essence. Yeah. Ekatma pratyaya saram. I am the essence. And this saram, how can you get there? Only through self-inquiry. By singing songs of God, you will not get there. By praying to God, you will not get there. By doing charity, you will not get there. By doing all kinds of seva, you will not get there. Do you get it? Even if you are a karma yogi, a bhakt, a devotee, that is path of bhakti yoga, or a karma yogi, the path of karma yoga, or a Raj yogi, meditator, the only way to get there is through this jnana, through this self-inquiry, by recognizing the I and following the I with open eyes in proper investigation mode, and recognizing this I disappears. It collapses. So, that I am, that sense of I am, is the key, the essence to get there. Prapancha upashamam is the next word. Prapancha upashamam is where the waking consciousness, the dream consciousness, and the deep sleep consciousness, all of them become silent. All of them cease. That is Turiya. Clear? What is Prapanchopashamam? This world of 5 elements is called Prapancha. 5. From this 5, everything is born. From the space element, the Akash Tattva, the sense of sound, Shabda Tanmatra is born. From air element, Vayu Tattva, the sense of touch is born, which is Sparsh Tanmatra. From fire element, Agni Tattva, the sense of sight is born, Rupa Tanmatra. From water element, which is Jala Tattva, the sense of taste is born, which is Rasa Tanmatra. And from earth or Prithvi Tattva, the sense of smell is born. This is called Prapancha. This is how the world is born. First it is born in my dream, and then it comes to the waking. It disappears also in the reverse order. First it disappears in the waking, and then in the dream. And disappears how? First the Gandha Tanmatra goes, Prithvi Tattva goes. Sense of smell and earth element disappear. Then sense of taste and water element disappear. Then sense of sight and fire element disappear. Sense of touch and air element disappear. Finally, sense of sound and space element disappear, and you're boom into deep sleep state. Finally, the seeds of the deep sleep state also cease. Prapancha upashamam, the cessation of the prapancha. That is the fourth. That is Turiya. That means there is no universe at all. Turiya is the reality. This is a ring, this is a bangle, and this is a necklace. Yeah. I have this ring which is made of gold. I melt it and I give it the form of a bangle. Yeah. So the waking state melts and becomes the dream state. I melt this bangle and give it the form of the necklace. The dream state becomes the deep sleep state. And I completely melt even the necklace and I just keep the gold. Just pure gold without any name or form or function. Do you get it? That is the fourth. That is Turiya. When it was a ring, it had Nama Rupa Vyavhara, name, form and function. It was this waking world. When it became the bangle, it had a Nama Rupa Vyavhara, a name, form and function. It was the dream world. When it was the necklace, it had a Nama Rupa Vyavhara. It was the deep sleep state. They melt all of it and just keep the core, the gold, without giving it any name or form or function. That is the fourth, the reality. Is it clear? Now, there is no goldsmith sitting up there that is melting your waking state and dream state and deep sleep state. This is just a poetic way that has been described in the Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad. I just use the same to describe it to you. Okay? It's a poetic way of expressing the same. The meaning of this is there is no world. There is no ring, no bangle, no necklace. There is only gold. There is no world, no waking world, no dream world, no deep sleep darkness. There is only the fourth, the consciousness, Turiya. Maandukya Upanishad is very special. It is the last Upanishad given to disciples before they leave Gurukulam. It is the last thing, the last teaching. It is given so that you recognize that all of this is nothing but the blue sky. I'm going back into the world, into the same blue sky. It is not blue, but I will see it as blue. Its reality is that it is not blue. Blue is only its name, form, and function. In reality, it is colorless. If you ask Gaudapada was 1400 years ago, and he wrote a very good commentary on this Maandukya Upanishad. I'd shown you his book yesterday. And if you asked Gaudapada, how do you explain this universe? He would say, what universe? What universe? All names and forms have no separate existence. Just like the blue color of the sky doesn't have an existence. And we realize this with our eyes open, experientially, not intellectually memorizing what Ekta is saying. No point. Experientially, you see it with your eyes open, not these physical eyes. I'm saying the eyes of wisdom open. When you see that everything is just the same single screen of consciousness. Consciousness projects like a hologram the waking state, consciousness projects like a hologram the dream state, and consciousness projects like a hologram, which is just projecting darkness. That is the deep sleep state. And all this disappears. All this is nothing but just blue color of the sky. It is not real. Everything dies into the fourth, Turiya, Prapanchopashamam. everything seizes into it. When you see this, you become free from the world of phenomena. That is termed as liberation. Because now you're not entangled by the drama created by the spouse and drama created by the neighbor or drama created by the boss. Now you're not suffering at all. All the events are as they were before. Nothing changes. Boss doesn't change, spouse doesn't change. Money situation doesn't change. Yes, nothing changes. Everything remains the way it was. But nothing touches me now because I know there is no blue. It is an illusion. How can I let an illusion fool me anymore? Yes, and all this is me. There is nothing other than me. Prapanchopashamam is clear? Then is very simple. Shantam Shivam Advaitam. Shantam you already know. Utterly peaceful. The fourth, the reality is utterly peaceful, utterly quiet. Shantam. Shivam. Shivam is, it's blissful. There is no sense of lack there. When is there a sense of lack? Whenever there is experience. When there is experience of the waking world, there is a sense of lack. When there is an experience of the dream world, there is a sense of lack. There is no sense of lack in Turiya, the fourth. It is Shivam. The graph does not go up, does not go down. It is full of bliss. Shivam, true meaning, there is no sense of lack, devoid of the sense of lack, ever blissful. And Advaitam, without a second. Advaitam, without a second. There is no two. Yeah? There is no universe made of matter. There is no dream world made of mind. There is not even the darkness of deep sleep. There is no two. Everything is consciousness. Everything is me. There is only the fourth, Turiya. This is clear? Yeah. So it is I that is the waker, the waking state, the waking objects, the waking world. It is I, the Turiya, that is the dream state, the dream world, the dream subject, the dream objects. I, the Turiya, that is the sleeper, the sleeping darkness, deep sleep darkness, the absence of all objects. I, Turiya, is what is reality. So I am that which is beyond. I am that sense of I am. There's the sense of I am that is there throughout. It is there in the waking, the dreaming, and the deep sleep states.